Trump wins the 2024 U.S. presidential race, beating Kamala Harris on the chessboard of U.S. politics. Welcome to the wildest political chess match of the year. Picture this. Trump with the black pieces responding with a bold Scandinavian defense, seizing every swing state as if capturing pawns left and right, while Harris scrambles for territory and tactical miracles. And if you think you know where this game is heading, think again. This isn't just a match. It's a strategic showdown with unexpected inroads and unpredictable endgame moves that would make Magnus Carlsen do a double take. So settle in as we break down the electoral board, square by square, in the most thrilling game of political chess you'll ever watch. Trump chose to respond to E4 with the Scandinavian defense. You know the type. Seize the center with aggressive rhetoric, make rapid inroads, or maybe outroads, into states that were assumed secure by his opponent. The early game was all about capturing key territories. North Carolina? Snatched up. Georgia? Gone. Pennsylvania and Wisconsin? Scooped up like queens in Alexander Botez's games. Harris's camp was left reeling, perhaps relying on polling prep and that evergreen assumption that Trump's pieces would fall apart as soon as he advanced. Spoiler: that plan had more holes than Hans Niemann's endgame strategy against Gotham chess on chess.com. While she did manage to secure a few stable squares. States, the Trump machine was already establishing dominance over the board with an unbreakable grip on key territories. As the middle game progressed in the swing states, the stakes ramped up. Trump's strategy? Bold and controversial. Reminiscent of Fabiano Caruana sacrificing his 2 rooks in a fit of passion, only to laugh as Ali Reza scratches his head, wondering if he missed something. He made unprecedented inroads with Black and Latino communities, capturing voters that previous players hadn't even attempted to approach. Chess commentators, election analysts, were left scratching their heads. This was like seeing Magnus Carlsen whip out a fried liver attack in the World Chess Championship. It wasn't pretty, but man, it was effective. Meanwhile, Harris had her own middle game moves, counting on the support of young voters and women. A solid strategy, if only the polls were an accurate reflection of the board. But as we know, polling is about as reliable as an optimistic pawn structure against Daniel Naroditsky. Harris may have captured the support of over half the female voting bloc, but her score with young voters was softer than a knight's leap to the edge of the board. In the endgame showdown, securing the electoral king was the objective as Trump pushed for that glorious finish, capturing enough electoral points to comfortably check his opponent. With 277 votes, he surpassed the 270 needed. The Democrats needed a miracle. Think Kasparov-level miracle here. Harris held on to the District of Columbia, but Trump closed in relentlessly, bagging 4 swing states faster than Deontay Wilder finds excuses to skip leg day. Just like Hikaru Nakamura banking on the power of queen and rook coordination, Trump pulled a few unexpected checks in Arizona, Michigan, Nevada, and Alaska. And before you knew it, the game was over. Sure, there were a few pieces yet to move, votes still being counted, territories still yet undecided. But Trump had already cornered the game. Senate takeover was possibly the final checkmate. And here's the kicker. While Harris and the Democrats were scrambling to protect their pawns, Trump's squad made a blitz down the Senate. Flipping 2 seats, Republicans achieved what many thought impossible: control of the Senate. Honestly, it was like watching Dina Belankea effortlessly capture rooks left and right while her opponent focuses on saving a single pawn. Hats off to Bernie Moreno in Ohio and Jim Justice in West Virginia, who played their moves to perfection. This was the chess equivalent of securing a material advantage and protecting it like the last piece of pizza at a party. And Ted Cruz? The guy held his seat in Texas like it was glued to the board, securing a 3rd term like a piece refusing to yield in a cramped endgame. As we wrap up, this may possibly be a stalemate. Remember that while Harris may have been temporarily outplayed, the endgame in politics is never as clear-cut as table bases in chess. But let's be real, this round was a sweep. The Democrats may need to try Anna Cramling's cow opening, a new middle game, and frankly, an endgame that doesn't leave them shouting resign before the final tally even finishes. And to the analysts out there? Well, you may need to watch Hikaru Nakamura's streams and install Magnus Carlsen's Take app. You can't always rely on predictions, and if you keep betting on the same moves, you're bound to get outplayed.